Major life lesson right here. You guys ready? Well, first off, Journeyman, how we doing? Second off, let me get to this. Communication on your team. This is from the 17 indisputable laws of teamwork. Communication on your team may not look anything like what happens on the football field, but the success of your team and the ability of your team members to work together are just as dependent on good communication. Allow me to give you some guidance that will help your team to improve in this area. Every team has to learn how to develop good communication in 4 areas. From leader to teammates, John W. Gardner observed, If I had to name a single all-purpose instrument of leadership, it would be communication. End quote. Perhaps you are familiar with the book on leadership. Then you know that I believe everything rises and falls on leadership. What I haven't mentioned before is that leadership rises and falls on communication. You must be able to communicate to lead others effectively. If you lead your team, give yourself these standards to live by as you communicate to your people. See, I'm reading it so you don't have to, huh? Be consistent is number 1. Nothing frustrates team members more than leaders who cannot make up their mind. One of the things that won the team over to Gordon Bartholomew, that's a hell of a name, was the consistency of his communication. His employees always knew they could depend on him and what he said. Second one is be clear. Your team cannot execute if the members do not know what you want. Don't try to dazzle anyone with your intelligence. Impress people with your straightforwardness. The fourth one is be courageous. Everyone deserves to be shown respect, no matter what the position or what kind of history you might have with him. By being courageous to your people, you set the tone for the entire organization. This is a big one right here. Never forget that because you are the leader, your communication sets the tone for the interaction among your people. Teams always reflect their leaders. Never forget that good communication is never one way. It should not be top-down or dictatorial. The best leaders listen, invite, and then encourage participation. 2. From teammates to leaders. Good team leaders never want yes men. They want direct and honest communication with their people. Even autocratic movie Mongol Sam Goodwin opted, I want my people to speak up and be honest, even if it costs them their job. That's a good communication, right? I always have encouraged people on my team to speak openly and directly with me. When we hold meetings, they are often brainstorming sessions where the best ideas win, period. Often, a team member's remarks or observations really help the team. Sometimes we disagree. That's okay, because we develop strong enough relationships that we can survive conflict. That's a fucking huge one. Getting everything out on the table always improves the team. I never want to hear a teammate say, I could have told you that wouldn't work. If you know it beforehand, that's the time to say it. Man, that would have saved me so much if I would have read this book when I was about 15 years old. Besides being direct, the other quality team members need to display when communicating with their leaders is respect. Leading a team isn't easy. It takes hard work. It demands personal sacrifice. It requires making tough and sometimes unpopular decisions. We should respect the person who has agreed to take on the role and show him loyalty. Among teammates, so this is peer-to-peer now. Author Charlie Brower remarked, few people are successful unless a lot of people want them to be. That's true. In a team that desires to experience success, all team members must communicate for the common good. That means exhibiting the following qualities. Number 1, being supportive. Former NBA player Magic Johnson summed up by paraphrasing President John F. Kennedy, ask not what your teammate can do for you, ask what you can do for your teammate. Communication, that is focusing on giving rather than getting, gets the team to a whole new level. Staying current. Teammates who relish old problems and continually open old wounds don't work together. High school. As Babe Ruth remarked, you may have the greatest bunch of individual stars in the world, but if they don't play together, the team, or rather the club, won't be worth a dime. I don't know why I just throw in random words. Be vulnerable, like I am reading. Teams are like little communities, and they develop only when people in them don't posture with one another. I'm the best. In this book, The Different Drum, psychiatrist M. Scott Peck observed, if we are to use the word community meaningfully, we must restrict it to a group of individuals who have learned how to communicate honestly with each other. Those relationships go deeper than the mask of composure. This is a good one right here. This is what I really, if you guys get nothing from this next paragraph is what I want you to listen to. Teams succeed or fail based on the way that team members communicate with one another. That's obvious. Martin Luther King Jr. declared, we must learn to live together as brothers or perish as fools. That's powerful. If the interaction is strong, then the action teams take can be strong. Interaction fuels action. Interaction fuels interaction. Interaction fuels action. That's a great one. That's the essence of the law of communication. The fourth and final one, between the team and the public. For most teams, communication within the team isn't the only kind that's important. Most teams interact with outsiders in some way, whether the people are clients, customers, or the concerned public. When approached by people from outside the group, team members must remember these 3 R's. They need to be receptive, responsive, and realistic. If they receive communication from others gracefully, always respond in a timely fashion, and are realistic about setting and receiving expectations, they will do just fine. Outsiders will perceive that their concerns are being well received. On the other hand, when it comes to communicating with people who are not on the team, the most important quality a team can display is unity. Right? That's a lot. So, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure he's made an audiobook of this. 17, I'm on page 200 and something, 205. Awesome book, first off. You guys want to learn about teamwork? John C. Maxwell's the guy. He's the GOAT. Greatest of all time, if you don't know what that means. Well, what have I learned since the last video? Setback, challenges, overcoming website debacles. All of that has happened since then. We are now up and running on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all that shop stuff, the integrations where you just watch a video and you can click that one button where it says go and shop. We did all that already for Tastic Ventures. Our website should be up on the 22nd, guys. That's nine days away. You know what I'm doing. 9 days away. Super excited for it. If you guys have a dog, feel free to share this with someone who feel free to share the information that I just said about dogs, because it's a pet supply company. It's a hands-free dog leash. Go check it out. It's called the Free Flow Leash System. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my Facebook or my Instagram. And the information about that should be on there. What else? That's really it. Have a fantastic weekend. It's Saturday. Love you guys. Journeyman out.